On today's video, we'll be working on this garage door. Now the issue we're having is when the garage door opens and when it closes, it doesn't close all the way. So here I'm going to press my clicker, it's going to open. And now I'm going to close it. And you can see for some reason it just leaves almost a 2-inch gap on the bottom. I can see here when I look at the garage control board that someone did replace the logic board. So we simply right now just have to make the adjustments. Here we have our garage door stop switch. When you look here, this is obviously for increased travel. This is going to be for the function when the door goes down, and this is the one to adjust when the door goes up. So right here, we're going to be focusing on the down, obviously, because the problem we're having is when the door closes down, it's leaving a 2-inch gap. So if I want the door to close even more, I would rotate it this way. If it's closing too much, then I would rotate it that way. So right now I'm just going to make my adjustments. You don't have to unplug anything. You can make your adjustments. So now I want the door to close more when it goes down. Now that I've made my adjustments, I'm going to go ahead and test it. You can see I still have about 1 inch left to go, so we still have to make our adjustments. So here I'm going to rotate it a little bit more, and now I'm going to test it. You can see now the door closes. Now you want to be careful. You don't want to adjust it too much. If you adjust it too much, it'll actually hit the floor and it'll bounce back up. And I'll just show you what that looks like if you go too far. Now we're going to test it. You can see the door opens up right away because I adjusted this way too much. So if your door is closing too much, you would rotate it in the opposite direction. Let's test it. I still have to adjust it. I don't like when the door slams. You want it to almost come to like a rolling stop. I'm going to test it one more time. And it should go like to a rolling stop. And that's what we want. We worked on our adjustment going down, but this would be also true of making any adjustments when the garage door goes up. In my experience, what often happens over time, for whatever reason, when it's opening, it'll actually hit this nut right here. And once that happens, that will cause a lot of damage to your door. So you always want to make sure there's space in between from the latch and the bolt. The bolt here is obviously here for a safety reason in case it goes too high. So if you ever have an issue where your door keeps going up and hitting this too much, you would make your adjustments here on the upside. If this video was a help, if it was informational, please subscribe.